5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Looks like Glad still hasn't worked out how to move into his own channel. Oh, he's done it now. Well done.
Oh.
He's found which channel to move into, has he?
Yes, I told him he is Radiant, sir. And
Why
then
have Radiant already got a win?
Oh, whoops.
Well, nice for
Turn
them.
that off.
10 seconds
That's alright.
remaining.
So I've put on stream all the heroes which are banned. Nice and
5
clear for everyone to
seconds
see.
remaining.
So this was quite an interesting rule set. I like it because it's still normal Dota, it's still normal Captain's Mode, but you don't have to waste time going through the same heroes again and again and again. That forces a little bit of variety, so I like it.
Yep.
Means you get to ban out Pangolier, still. Which makes sense, you don't want to let Rollinator get his hands on that again, he was very good at it. Wow, 14 months.
I know.
10 seconds remaining.
Wow, that is a very, very long time.
5 seconds
14.
remaining.
That has reminded me that I actually need
Radiant
to
team ban.
change the ordering of my stuff on stream so that the notification comes up on top. But of course I saw it in chat and I heard the sound. Nice. That one, when did I start the first in-house then? I thought that one of them was in May.
I think it's like May. Yeah, I think I've got May in my head as well.
Wow, May
10 seconds
2020.
remaining.
Damn. Been a long time.
5
Anyway,
seconds remaining.
Hoodwink's been banned. We don't see a lot of Hoodwink in the in-houses. I think it was in a couple of games. Apparently one of these new players plays Hoodwink.
Yeah, it's already been banned. Or he all chatted, don't ban Hoodwink. That's it.
It might have
And
been
then,
a bait though. Eh? Sorry, I missed
true.
it. Whoops. Hate when I misclick ban a hero. Okay, Tusk is going. It's just... It looks like it's turned from banning generic heroes into pretty much just target bans, but I'm absolutely okay with that because target bans are, in my opinion, more interesting than just banning generic heroes the whole time. So,
Yeah.
now that they've
I
got the first
think-
pick, we'll see what they go for.
I think it was Drekken's suggestion for this rule
10
set
seconds
today
remaining.
because he was sick of seeing like the same sort of
5
heroes
seconds
picked every
remaining.
game.
Yeah,
Um,
okay. I mean, it makes sense because, you know, we see so much like Grimstrokes insta-banned, Centaurs being picked, Axes being picked, Faceless Void carries. You know, we've seen the same things over and over. It's nice to force a bit of variety. And here's a pretty interesting and actually very good support. He's managed to make it through Ancient Apparition. Really popular right now. And yeah, just all-round effective hero. I'm surprised he hasn't been played in the last... Was it the last 30 in-house games? Oh, the
10
most
seconds
heroes
remaining.
picked in the last 30 in-house games. Okay.
5
Yeah,
seconds
no AA.
remaining.
Interesting.
I've heard that AA is quite a good hero this meta as well.
Just high win rate overall. I'm not sure what makes him particularly good in this meta, or whether his spells have just been, you know, tuned over the years to just make him effective. But yeah, AA is definitely a good hero right now. Still a squishy hero, still easy to kill. His Aghanim's got buffed, but no one really played Aghanim Scepter AA anyway, so doesn't really make a difference.
Dire team pick.
And the return pick, Nyx Assassin. He's a hero who fell out of favour. All they did was they removed the break from his Vendetta, and suddenly Nyx was just really not being played anymore, but there was a time where he was being played every single game. So nice to see him back. I like Nyx, even if he's very irritating to play against.
10 seconds remaining.
Feel like, is this quite
5
like
seconds
a
remaining.
balanced in-house, so to speak, in terms of like there's a lot more
Radiant team pick.
like I don't know how to explain it, like not that many divines or immortals in this.
You've
In-house.
got Ross Royd's Rollinator are the divine / immortals. The rest are not, I believe. Did we do a check
10
to show
seconds
rolls? Don't
remaining.
think we did. When everyone
No,
was
we
in the lobby.
didn't.
Probably a
No.
good idea to try and do one of those.
5
But
seconds
yeah, I think the
remaining.
teams are still balanced. We're going to shuffle anyway for game 2 because on the Monday we just shuffle each time. So if the teams aren't balanced, we can always try again. That's not a problem. Ursa, very, very early Ursa pick. I don't know if that's part of JCA's drafting or the whole team decided they wanted it. But Ursa's quite a countable hero because you can pick ranged heroes against him. He's easy to be kited. You can pick sort of Veno or Viper against him. I feel like he can have a very tough lane unless they're going to run something a little bit surprising, like a Pos 4 Ursa or a mid Ursa, something like that, something they wouldn't expect. They're going to try and bait out some counter picks, but we'll see what happens.
Washed up.
They are. Me too, though, don't worry. We all are. That's a lot of reserve time used just for the first pick.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably checking the auto banned heroes as well, and
that's true. That's true. And they go for Puck. Okay, so these are some interesting phase 1 picks. You've got Puck, which is usually a mid hero, and Ursa usually a Pos 1. We don't often see those till the last couple of picks, so nice to see them earlier. Puck does have the option to be an offlane hero and quite a successful one.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see. We've got Ross to play.
5 seconds remaining.
I think it's okay. Yeah, oh my god, do you remember when Ross played it as a Pos 5?
Pos 5, and he ended up just farming anyway.
Yep.
In true Ross style.
Team ban.
Yeah. I think they're just, like you said, looking down the list just to make sure they're not banning a hero which is already auto-banned. So, it restricts the hero pool a lot, but you've got to remember, these are 23 heroes are banned. But how many heroes are there in Dota? Over 110. So there's actually still a lot of heroes to choose from. We're just getting rid of the more common ones, let's say. A lot of supports have gone, though.
5 seconds
Why have they
remaining.
banned Charmin? I wonder.
Well, I mean, he's still a good hero. Nothing about him ever became less effective. He's got that high right-click damage and really long disable. They did take away a lot of cast range talents, and they nerfed shards a little bit. So because of that, he doesn't quite have the ridiculous shackle range he used to. But, I think he's still a good hero. He's still got good disable. It's disable for Puck. Puck doesn't like being locked down, so maybe if you remove Shadow Shaman, Lion's already gone. You're probably quite safe on Puck.
Team
Thank you, Ollie. Very nice of you to say so.
seconds remaining.
Still going through the bans, we've got some more unusual bans. I don't know if that's in
5
response
remaining.
to some of the new players who we've not seen before. I believe we've got Ed. It's Ed, this is the way. I'm guessing it has to be, right? And then we've also got Vlad. So I don't know if one of them plays Void Spirit. We don't see a ton of Void Spirit in the in-houses. We see him every now and then.
Yeah, I don't know the last time we had one though.
It comes every now and then.
I don't think it's someone's like comfort hero for sure.
Yeah. I think it's one of my favorite heroes, Void Spirit, but we don't have
Really?
anyone. Yeah, I mean, when he came out, I've been playing him a fair bit whenever I get a chance to mid. But we don't have anyone here who plays it on the regular, let's say. They just play it every now and then. Zeus has been banned, okay. Morphling, Weaver. So Dire just went for all core bans. Radiant, they've seen that they've picked Ursa, so they've decided to go for some sort of mid-hero bans. But I wonder if Ursa's going to be a surprise and is going to go mid lane. Something like that.
5 seconds remaining.
Gonna find out anyway. 1 minute of reserve time left only for the Dire. I think the last pick's gonna have to be quite quick. "50 seconds left." Oh yeah, that's true, Dave. I forgot. The screenshot is yours, isn't it, Karen? So it's very obvious. What heroes you like to play. Strength heroes? Nah. Agi? Nah.
I mean, what are you talking about? I'm Grandmaster Void, Crabber.
I don't know what my levels would be on those. I don't play a lot of those heroes, actually. Doom. Okay. Doom for Puck, maybe. Puck is very evasive, but if Doom can get on top of Puck, Puck is definitely dead. So an interesting hero. We don't see a lot of Doom. It also means that Dire are still waiting on one of their support picks. They're saving their support picks till last, which I think is quite interesting.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
It means that they can pick save if they need it.
5 seconds remaining.
Or they can pick a more aggressive support. It does give them a bit of flexibility. But I think maybe Maybe they could have gone for another support earlier on, like a POS 5 or something. But saving POS 5 till last, we don't often see. So we'll see what happens. 20 seconds left on the Radiant. They're gonna have to pick a hero soon. That's true. This is Draken's idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
10 seconds left, and we're only on pick number 3.
Wow, what are they doing?
Going for Treant. Now, who said they were spamming Treant? Someone in the Discord
Tim?
server.
Was it Tim? I don't know.
Someone kept posting their results on Treant, going, I just win all the time on Treant. Treant's the greatest hero ever. Can't lose on him. But I have no idea who it was. I'm just having
was that not me?
Was it you?
You
playing Treant Protector? So someone is like was hardcore spamming Treant.
Well, I think when I played Treant and I played like 2 games back to back and they were wins, I did do the bot spam for them, but that was like a while back.
I know Owen's had some good success on Treant, I think. But anyway, what I've heard is Treant's in a very good position right now, and he's an excellent hero. So yeah, I mean, I think it could do well. It's good against Ursa. It gives you some armor.
10 seconds remaining.
Against Ursa. Ursa's smashing you to pieces. Treant puts the armor on them. You've got overgrowth to hold Ursa in place, although Ursa can dispel it with his ultimate. It does mean you have quite a lot of control for him and Kite in the early game. I've also heard Leech Seed is just a lot more powerful than it used to be. Now, this is an interesting hero. This is, I think, as a result of the pro scene, you heard about the Echo Saber.
Echo Saber, yeah.
Which gives her a lot of mana regen. It tanks her up a little bit, gives some damage, as well as immediately applying Desolate and giving you a slow, which allows you to stick to a target. It just gives you that early game power that Spectre tends to build purely late game, and I think that has the problem that you're quite useless for the first 25 minutes. You turn up and could do about 100 damage and then you die. With Echo Saber, you have a lot more punch from a lot earlier on in the game. So I like it. Leshrac is a hero who's becoming more and more popular in Iron Houses, and with some decent success, depending on the matchup. I think Leshrac is quite hard to land a stun on Puck. Nigh impossible, but you can always just run next to Puck with the Pulse Nova.
5 seconds remaining.
Banning support Viper, yeah, that's true. Unless it's POS 5 Leshrac, which I would not really expect. I don't like Leshrac as a support. I know it used to work, and sometimes it works, but I think as a general case, it's not something I'd be super happy with having on my team. Anyway, let's see what they're going to think about their last picks. Radiant are still missing. Hey, thanks for the cheer, Nat. Two bits. Puts him back on top, 119.
I love this little like slow and steady race between like Nat and Sam
and Gigi.
And Juju, yeah.
Yeah, but when it comes to gift subs, Dave on 8 and Dominic on 5.
Well, Dave really wanted that yellow name in your server.
Yeah. So. Well, I think they set the benchmark, so anyone who donates more than 8 gift subs gets the yellow name. That's what I'm going to say. So there you go. If anyone wants it, you donate equivalent of 8 gift subs, or what's a donation equivalent of 8 gift subs? A gift sub is what, $5? Is it $5 per gift sub? So 5 times 8 is 40. So anyone who donates $40 worth, I'll give you a yellow title. I'm not saying that's worth it, but anyway, who do they think is 5? Bans are... They banned TA and Razor, which makes them think that Puck is the support. That's what Dire are thinking. I think it's going to be Puck support, or maybe... It doesn't make sense though, because you've got Treant. Treant would be a support, right? So Puck is not likely to go off lane. But they think it might be. They think it
Unless
might
they
be.
do some like weird AA mid.
And they went for Bristleback, which means Puck was indeed mid, but they banned Razor and TA. So Bristle off lane. I think Bristle's very good here. I think because Nyx doesn't have break anymore, you don't have to worry about that. Ursa does a lot of damage, but can't really break through the toughness of Bristleback. Bristleback can just turn away from him, spam him with quills and goo. Doom doesn't have much armor, and neither does Leshrac, so they can take a lot of damage from Bristle. I think Leshrac's okay against Bristle, but I think it's a really nice pick there. Doesn't give a lot of time for Dire to respond. They really need a support, and their final support is going to be not a support? It's Dragon Knight, which makes you question.
What is their roles? Who's on Dire? Who's playing? Is it Leshrac?
We're about to work out. Is it going to be
a
Leshrac 4? Nyx 5 Lesh 4. Lesh 4's played in Major. Now, I've not kept up to date with the most recent Dota, So I don't know what's being played, but I'm imagining we're going to mirror some of the meta here. And seeing Leshrac as a support, not something you see in a lot of pub games, so maybe that's a spillover from the pro scene. But I'd like to see how well it performs. I know if you can get a max edict, you can just run someone down, and no one can trade with an edict.
10 seconds
But you have to
remaining.
find a support by themselves and pretty close to you so that you can go through the cast time that edict
5
has.
seconds remaining.
Dragon Knight, is that the hero we need? It does have a lot of stun. Maybe it's some extra lockdown to let your Ursa just go ham on someone. But I have a feeling like Dragon Knight's just going to get kited a little bit too much. All of his health regen is going to get, destroyed by Ancient Apparition. I don't know about that. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if the Dragon Knight can perform.
So is it DK mid?
I
Or
would...
is it... Because Rollinator has been playing mid in these in-houses. But
Yeah,
he's
I would
obviously Ursa
imagine
now.
Ursa pos 1. Dragon Knight in the mid lane. And we'll just have to see, anyway. Respectable puck win loss, better than mine, at least. My puck win rate is not
At least
good.
they're honest.
Yeah, no, for some reason, my mid win rate's generally quite good. My puck win is not good. I think it's barely 50%. I don't think it's even 50%, to be honest. I think still a bit to go before that. Alright, let's start these cameras. I think there's a couple of new faces today, so I've been told.
Well, unless they've forgotten to tell me that they are not on camera, in which case it'll be a 3-game ban, Kappa.
Is it? Okay, we'll start with JCA.
Was he stretching?
He was. I do not like this Nyx skin. Not a fan of Nyx being a crab. It's just a bit ridiculous.
Crab rave?
Exactly, yeah. Should play the music, have a special button to press when Nyx comes on with the skin. Okay, so the common meta is usually to send all 5 heroes into one place, unless you think you absolutely cannot win the level 1 fight, but the Radiant have split up. We're not entirely sure
30
if they're
seconds
going to try and snipe one of the bounties, or they're just going to collect the safe ones. Anyone else gig a ping? I don't think so. Can I do a dash ping as well? Nope, can't do dash ping. I don't feel like I have
28.
any lag though.
Slay together, slay together, slay together. Lose together, win together, slay together, slay together.
Thank you,
slay
Ross.
together.
Is that
I wish I
Notel?
could do mine as coach. No, it's Seb.
Oh, so it sounds similar
Wish
to
I
me.
could do mine.
Yeah, no, we can't do any as a
The battle begins
caster.
for good.
They've got 4
Bad.
Radiant heroes here. Are Dire going to be able to pick up the bounty? It looks like they did. Oh no, Radiant got it. Ross managed to take it on the
Oh,
bristleback.
got to do the predictions. I will do it now.
Well, Ed is in trouble. He does get the stun off, but he's just going to get clipped to death. In fact, not even a click. Ross is going to get the kill with the core spray. Also, he took the bounty. That means 3 bounties for the Radiant because Tim just picks up the bounties for free. Already got boots on Treant. 91 base damage. I'm guessing if he's in trouble from the Ursa, he can just dip into the trees. But I think you lose it as soon as you've taken damage, isn't it? You take damage, you lose the tree walking.
Yes. I realised that once in my one of my recent treant games. I was like, why am I not going in biz? And then my friend was like, it's because you're being
Ooh,
hit.
stay away from the trees, Ed. You cannot go near the tree line when there's a tree. He will just punch you to death. He is an obnoxious hero. Very slow moving hero because he is in fact a tree. But he makes up for it by starting with boots of speed. And he gets speed when he goes in trees as well. 15% move speed. Look at that damage. 91 a punch. That's actually 2 Leshrac attacks. Splits them up with a Nature's Grasp. Have a look at the other lanes. Mid lane, we've got Ross versus J2. We've actually got 2 melee strength heroes mid. I think Dragon Knight will be fine. He gets a lot of armor from Dragon's Blood. I don't think Bristle's Harassed will bother him too much. Roids is against Doige and Wobber. So double melee as well for the Dire. Have you noticed that Wobber has already set up his quick buy with the necessary items for this game? And
All the mangoes.
8 mangoes, yeah. I think Kinder should have just used some mana on Cold Feet. He's basically full mana, and Cold Feet does a decent amount of damage. 90 damage, 30 damage a tick. Does 4 ticks, I think. So 120 nuke if he stays close. Would force Wobber away as well. Wobber's only got one tango left. Playing very aggressive Wobber, I like it. Making the most of his 5 base health regen. quality stream. Well, thank you. I'll assume that's not sarcastic. Is it still right-click damage only? Is what right-click damage only? Oh, we got a pause.
Greetings.
Yeah, he was complaining about lag, I think, at the beginning of the game, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I was just going to quickly reconnect there. Is it still right-click? Ah, for tree walk cancel. Let's have a look. It just says whenever he hasn't taken damage. It doesn't say it has to be right-click damage. So I'm guessing like being hit by a stray lightning bolt from Lesh would also take you out of the tree walking. But if you're already inside the trees, I don't know if you get stuck or you're allowed to keep walking through the trees. I don't know.
I gambled. You lost.
Dude, I love this game so much, man.
Alright, there's a reconnect. It does look like it, doesn't it? It's got really like...
It's simply too basic.
Oh, the light just went off. Nuclear reactor powered down.
Jack. Yeah, if he loses this game, it explodes. Monka W.
Wow, being held at ransom. Are we on pausing?
He's asking. Someone asked if it's been fixed.
He just said sorry. Yeah, he didn't say anything. Okay, G. And here we go. Quick resume. We're usually not having those pause houses like we used to. Quite far and away from them. Just get a pause nearly every game. Not really so bad anymore. Again,
Yeah,
going for the Nature's Grasp, but he's missed the Nature's Grasp again. Goes for the Leech Seed anyway. Does a few punches, gets hit by the Split Earth. And quite a lot of Edict damage. Remember that Treant has this also really ridiculous bonus. 40% self-heal and regen when he's in trees. I don't know why Treant has a passive. Not many heroes get free passives. Like Monkey King from level 1 gets Mischief. And I think it's just the other heroes, Treant, who gets this regen amp and tree walking right from level 1. I don't think there are any other heroes who get it. He used to have it as a spell. His first spell was Nature's Guise. Now he just gets it for free. Looks like all the trees have been cut down. But Royal Nature still taking a lot of damage. Has to dip away. Nice back step from Tim, not getting hit by the Split Earth. There's Tim on camera, flexing. Now, this is quite interesting. We are 3 minutes in with 1 kill, and Radiant actually for a second went up to 2k net worth ahead. Look at the farm. 25 last hits on Bristle against only 17 mid for the Dragon Knight. He's about to get a few more now. But also, you've got a solid lead on the Puck. He's playing off-lane Puck. You don't see a lot of off-lane Puck. I actually used to quite like it. But then the problem with off-lane Puck is you aren't very tanky. You're very, very mobile. You have great lockdown, but you're not tanky. Is that a problem? Sometimes it is, sometimes not. You know, you've got Treant, he's quite a nice melee support. You've got Bristle mid, so you've already got enough tanky heroes. In fact, it's really a bit of a lane swap, isn't it? Bristle's usually in the off lane and Puck in mid. But they thought, I don't want to run a melee into Ursa, so we're going to run a ranged here instead. And I like that swap. It's doing really well for them.
I literally just realised that it's like Tim and his friends in the same lane. Because he brought his reinforcements for this in-house to happen.
3 of them in this.
And they're all together, yeah.
Oh, we're doing a lot of damage to Ed. But Ed does pop very far. He actually pops the Edict just in case. It is hitting Tim, but Tim's still got the tree walking. It doesn't cancel when you're in the trees. Interesting. Do you get anything from Prime subs? Yes, you get the satisfaction of helping me, which is always the main thing. But you also get 4 nice emotes and a nice red name on the Discord if that matters to you. But the emotes are cool.
They're like the cutest emotes though. Like
that's cool. You can. Karen's gonna showcase them. If I do, yeah, I get well half the money basically. Did you just sub to me?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's just gone from no sub to sub. I've not got a notification about it yet, but not sure why. I'm definitely sure that you have subbed to me. Thank you very much. Yeah, I get about £2 a month from every sub, I think. I only get it paid out once I hit $100 total. Then Twitch pay it out in one go. That's what I get for each one. It's like Kinder Surprise Cam. There's the sub. Ooh, that's a follow. Remy,
Oh,
that's not a sub.
that's my friend. Stop.
Oh, nice. But the sub didn't go through. The Reptile did a little sub to me. That didn't go through, but Remy gave me a follow. Thank you very much. It means my alerts are working, but I don't know why the sub one hasn't gone through. But thank you very much. I think that's brought me up to nearly 170 followers. And I'm just going to adjust Kinder's cam because it's obviously not working. So make sure it doesn't go on next time.
Shocking.
There we go. It's quite a passive early game. 6 minutes in, we've only had 1 kill. Though Ross is leading the way with Larsitz at 50 score. He is actually behind the tier 1 and tier 2 towers. He's pulling into a camp even. Vanguard first item. It is popular in off lanes. But look what it allows him to do. Just farm with absolutely not a care in the world. And JC really struggling to match up to him. They've still got a sizable amount of last hits of his own. Everyone is catching up a little bit. Rollinator on 32 last hits now. Closing the gap between him and the puck.
Why is it still only 1 kill almost 7 minutes in? It's quite passive.
I don't know. And the first kill was, you know, at the room.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Bristle will be invincible this game if he goes Shroud and Ags. Yeah. He's gonna have a good time. I don't feel like the Dire have the team to kill Bristle that easily. Leshrak's only a support. Ursa early game can't kill a Bristle. Dragon Knight doesn't do enough damage. He's a very tanky hero who can do a decent amount of damage, but it's not bursting to kill a Bristle. And I think he's going to lose his courier. Nope, the Core Spray does hit the courier, but doesn't actually kill it. Now, his ult does pure damage on the Dragon Knight, which is quite good, but it's still not enough to kill Ross. And Ross is building up more and more stacks, actually going for the full dive. Decides to go back because there's a couple of TPs in. TP in from Doge. Doge does have an ult as well. Is he going to do him? I don't know if he needs it. Infernal Blade. He thought about it. Infernal Blade. Please tell me you kill Ross.
Oh my goodness.
I think Ross
my
actually
God.
going to get away. You've got stun on Nyx in 2 seconds. He still needs 5 mana for it. They did get a kill in the top lane. Managed to kill Tim. They should have just doomed him. I really would have just thrown the doom. There comes the stun. And finally Ross will go down. Nearly gets a kill on Wobber. In fact, there's so much damage to Wobber. Glad can pick up the kill with the Illusory Orb. There's another person whose cam doesn't seem to be working. So
the people don't read.
yeah, they say. So at the moment we've got 4 working cams, but I'll, you know, disable those. In fact, I'm going to close my camera script now, and I'm going to reopen it so we can get just the cameras of people who are working. There we go. Back to JCA. Well, there you go. You got a few kills there. A very, very, very long fight chasing the Bristle, chasing Ross all the way to the top lane. The amount of damage he did there would have been incredible. Can't wait for Bristle to Penta. Not League of Legends, not a Penta kill.
Jesus.
Accepted terms are Rampage and Rainbow Warrior, none others. Alright, let's see what's happening to Royds in the bot lane. I mean, you could just doom him. There we go. There's the doom. But is that going to be enough? Can we get the stun? Trying to get ahead of him for Split Earth. Nope, Split Earth does unfortunately miss, but Royd's still got a fair bit of doom left on him. He's tanking a bit of damage from Darbot. There's a creep wave here as well. In fact, I was going to say Royd's actually going to be okay, but no, he's not, because Wobber comes here as well. He pops the dispersion. Does he get away? On about 1 HP, misses the breath, dodges it again, goes back to the bot lane, but he does fall down. Nice attempt from Royds. However, that's a 3-minute cooldown he committed to try and survive there. So he's not going to have Horn up until about the 12-minute mark. That does make the Dire team quite safe from the local presence.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Not a lot of farm on the Spectre at the moment. Magic Wand Wraithband, Chainmail. I don't know if that's going to go into his Blade Mail later or whether he's going to go Phase Boot Spectre. We don't see a lot. But he could steal the Dire stacks because no one can take them. Yeah, that's a very good point.
I feel sad for Dire's top
I mean,
tower is under attack.
he's already got a Vanguard,
That's got to
so
hurt.
he can easily take those Ancients if he wanted to. It's 64 block.
Is under attack.
60% chance as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Spectre did go Blade Mail, yeah.
Bottom tower has seen better days.
Not even boots yet. Blade Mail first. Spectre can take Ancients with Blade Mail. Blade Mail max dispersion, you can take Ancient. Interesting, he's on no points Desolate on Spectre, just 2 Spectral Daggers and max dispersion. Ooh, putting some pain onto Lesha. Look at those right clicks. 0 armor at the moment. He stands still, accepts his fate. And he goes down. We're at the 10-minute mark. Let's have a look at net worth. Ross already 5.6k gold net worth. That is very impressive for 10 minutes in. He's already taken the tower and he has nearly 100 last hits. Lloyd just doing well, but then of course he is Doom. Doom with max Devour. That definitely helps, doesn't it? But he's going to be okay. Another disconnect, unfortunately. A little bit of lag. You can see that in the fight, how he stood still a couple of times. So hopefully a reconnect will help him. I didn't know that if you eat the Troll Healer creep, it gives you a 2.5 mana regen aura. I mean, combine that with Bassi, that is a lot of mana regen. 3.5 extra mana regen. I think that's pretty good. But that heal is very annoying because you have to continually spam it to just heal 15 HP. It's quite annoying. I don't really like having that as Doom. Try to get rid of it when I can. He's going for Blink Dagger first item Doom, so I'm hoping that he decides to go for a Centaur. You've got the silence onto Wobber. You're actually going to drop the full Illusory, full Dream Coil. But he gets a great double stun. He's just holding his ground. He will unfortunately go down. Ross is going to dive the tier 2 tower. There's Edict going out. Edict doesn't use the Pulse Nova. Holding it. You better think about it soon. Now he uses it. Ross taking a bit of damage. Splitter doesn't quite connect. And Ross will get the kill by walking another Quill Spray. That is a tier 2 tower dive. Was there no one who could TP in? Ursa had TP. Dragonite did not, and neither did Inhouse. It was only Ursa who could go in. They're trying to bring down Tim. AL, unfortunately, does not connect with anybody. That was missed from Kinder. Nice overgrowth. Keeps Tim alive. He can now walk into the trees again. He will be fine. He's got Tranquil Boots. When they proc, he'll start healing a lot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're still diving him. I think it's time for the Dart to go back. Ross turns up. Ross is the god this game. You can doom him, but does he care? No, he's just going to right-click you to death. JC is going to have to back off. He's also trying to go a Blink Dagger first item. They are going a lot of Blinks. Radiant decided we don't really need Blinks. I've never seen the Falcon's Blade on a puck before. I'm not entirely sure I'm a big fan of that. Hero's going to buy Yules anyway. Does he need the regen and damage from a Falcon's Blade? Even on a right-click puck? It's a bit of an unusual choice, but you know.
It might work out, you never know.
I mean, it's okay. It's never a bad item, as in, I mean, it is a bad item, but I just hate it. I think it's a massive bait, but it's fine. It's like it doesn't do anything wrong for the hero. It's not like he's wasted 2,000 gold or something. It's only 1,300, 1,100. But it's a cheap item.
Run, little bottom tower. Run.
I think this game is. I don't want to call it already. We're only 12 minutes in, but I think it's going to be pretty much over for the dive just because they can't kill this Bristleback.
Yeah.
He's not even rushing Aghanim's yet. He went Vanguard and he went Hood Defiance. I'm guessing he'll go for the Spell Lifesteal Light and Eternal Shroud next. A blast from Kinder just misses. Ross thinks about diving anyway. I feel like maybe don't die the tier 2 tower. If he gets Eternal Shroud... I thought he already picked it up. He goes Eternal Shroud and then Aghanim's, so he can just fire off those continual, goos. He's going to be in a good spot. Rollinator realizes there's no point fighting this. He's in a lot of trouble. 10 stick charges, which he can use if he wants to. He drops his ult as well. Tries to hit Glad, but Glad is so mobile. Can't get him. He's going to get stunned by the cold feet in a second. His ult runs out. He gets stunned. And Tim takes the kill with a punch. That's 5 kills in a row for the Radiant team. And it's looking a little bit difficult for the Dire. Deutsch has his Blink. JC has his Blink. They've got Blink Daggers, but no damage. And with no damage, you cannot kill Ross. And Spectre is also a very, very tanky hero. Another hero who really gets ruined by Break. Break taking away that 20% dispersion. So you need someone with a Silver Edge, really. Maybe Dragonite could have gone Silver Edge or Doom. I feel like not having a Silver Edge, or even 2 Silver Edges against a team with Spectre and Bristle, just a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Ross is just building a Sanj. Maybe he's going Sanj and Yasha, just playing like a right-click call. We've got the stun onto JCA. We've got no heal from Tim. Tim is playing 0 living armor Treant, a very aggressive, I want to be in fights rather than I want to defend my team. But maybe he's seen his team's winning and decided to go for it. They absolutely cannot kill Ross. They can doom him, but it doesn't matter if you doom him. He's not broken. His Bristleback is still going to proc all the hits. They have their whole team off. Maybe now they can bring him down. Yes, they can. He's done a lot of damage, but 1 versus 5, they can bring him down.
Wow. I mean, 5 heroes for 1 bristleback. That's...
But, you know, 400 extra gold for the Ursa because he ended the spree. He's going Diffusal Blade, which I think is pretty good against Bristle because if you can burn all of his mana, then Bristle stops being a problem. And Doom is rushing Aghanims. Oh, it looks like Tim's got out of position. But glad he's kept them in place with the Dreamcoil. Massive damage coming out from the Illusory Orb, but now Roids has turned up to the fight. But Roids is not building the Echo Saber build. He went for Blade Mail and now he's going Manta, so a very traditional Spectre. This means he doesn't really do a lot here. Roids goes in with the stun, trying to save JCA. He's going to get out. Is JCA okay? He's healing up fast. He's got a lot of armor. Roids almost has enough mana Spectral Dagger. No, he doesn't. I lied. Illusory Orb does not go anywhere near him. Glad he's in a really bad position. He's got to be careful. He can be brought down. He's got no spell. He also has to keep himself alive. Little jaunt away using the Raining Rift, but I think he's in trouble. Nope, gets another Illusory Orb. He's going to be fine. Nice stun onto Tim. Tim will go down. Okay, Dire pick up a few kills. It's definitely going to help them. Puck has the lowest net worth of all the cores at the moment, but Radiant have the 2 highest ones. I think, however,
Run, little bottom tower. Run.
once Doom gets Agged, it might be okay, because you know what Doom's Ag does. It adds 6 seconds onto his ult, and it makes it break the entire time. A-Blast goes in, does a lot of damage. Leshrac, I think, is going to go straight down because of that. They cannot kill Ross. They're trying. In fact, never mind, they do. I am completely wrong, and I've underestimated Ursa's damage. He has the Diffusal Blade as well. And Ross goes down again. I've completely changed my mind. Unfortunately, another disconnect from Ed. So it turns out that Ursa, even against the tanky hero that is Bristleback with max rank Bristleback, the passive, Ursa can still bring him down pretty quickly if he can get some hits off. And Diffusal Blade means he can hold him in place, burn all his mana. So, okay. I mean, I think Ross got to be careful. Maybe he overestimated his tankiness just like I have, and the Dire can actually bring him down.
We put a lot of heroes on him, yes.
But look at this. The Aghanim Scepter from Doom. It adds 6 seconds to the ultimate. That's a 22-second ultimate, which is a very, very long ult, as well as making it break the entire time. Imagine Bristleback or Spectre broken for 22 seconds. You'd have no problem taking them down. Makes me wonder if one of them should build Lincolns or something. Because, you know, inevitably, Doom is going to happen. Another reconnect from Ed. I hope this helps.
Deary me.
Fair. Quick toilet break, 16 minutes into the game. Has Tim got his meteor hammer yet? He's very close to it. I think he just needs the crown and then he has it. Then he can start hiding in the trees and one-shotting waves or channeling his ultimate after the overgrowth. We haven't looked at player levels very much. Nothing really to point out here. Doige is a little bit under-leveled despite having high gold, but it doesn't matter. All he really needs to do is cast Doom. Although Infernal Blade will do quite a lot of damage to those tanky heroes. Burns percentage HP, so not too bad against Bristleback. I heard Blade Mail being used. That means Royd is using it to farm. Not sure if going Manta straight away is the play here on Spectre. You have to fight in Ursa, and I guess Manta's okay against Ursa. But there is a stun from Dragon Knight. There is the long duration Doom. I would maybe be tempted to go Sand and Yasha instead, but maybe that's not the play. Even Diffuser Blade help you kite a little bit. I just don't feel like there's a lot to Manta off, that's all.
There's a smoke mid.
All that, Radiant Heroes. They do not have Spectre ult at the moment.
Oh,
they found
no,
Ursa.
really?
Ursa's in trouble. He gets silenced. Immediately Dreamcoiled as well, but he's got 10 stick charges. He's going to have his ult ready in a second. He uses his ult, turns around, gets Yules. Yules controls his entire ult. He's starting to smack Glad in the face. A lot of damage goes into him. Stun comes out from Doige, and that's a kill. And Rollinator has a lot of health because the Morbid Mask healed him up a lot. We've got the break onto Ross, but no Aghanims yet from the Doom, so it's unfortunately not going to break him. But Wobber's going to find Treant. Tim hiding in the trees, but cannot hide. Dodges the blink. In fact, he's got 5 heroes on him. He does go down.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that's Dire just throwing 5 heroes at every single fight.
Kill's a kill.
Yeah, I mean,
suppose.
I think Dire are doing the right thing. They're grouping up. Because when you're behind, you need to just win in numbers. And now they're finally going to get their hands on a tower. Because Radiant have taken 3 tier 1 towers. Dire haven't taken a single one. Time for them to get one. Start on to Ross. Need to burn his mana. Start spamming that mana burn. There we go. Big mana burn on Ross. He didn't go Eternal Shroud just yet. So he is going to run out of mana pretty quick. Now Ursa's going to have a go at him. He's going to lose all his mana. They get in front of him. Air Blast goes in though. Hits. Doesn't connect with anyone, but does dust them all. There's an Air Blast that actually connects with all 5 heroes on the Dire team without hitting a single one. Goes through them all. JCA is so tanky. He's a Dragonite after all. And he is building an armlet, so he wants to tank up and do a little bit more damage. Playing that second core. I think Rollinator, after having a very bad early game, he's starting to do really well now. The power of Diffusal Ursa. We have a blink in from JCA. Nice silence from Vlad. That means JCA will not be able to land the Dragon Tail. They're trying to take out a tier 2 tower already. Maybe they're going to back off. Tim just doing a little bit of split pushing. Still hasn't sent his Meteor Hammer, but we'll have it soon. Game is now 9 kills each. It's very close.
Yeah. Because they keep killing this Bristle. So he's not like
Yeah, they killed him 4 times.
snowballing, so to speak.
I think the Eternal Shroud rematch have helped him because the active absorbs more magic damage, so that helps him a little bit. But it gives him a lot of spell lifesteal. It also gives him a lot of mana. His mana is being burned pretty badly. However, the problem with Bristleback is you have to be behind the target, or you've got to have your back facing to them more like. But they stun for so long with the Dragon Knight and with Doom. You know, Doom blinks in, War Stomp, and you get Dragon Knight Tail, you get Nick stun. They can just walk in front of him and smack him from the front.
Just got his Eternal Shroud, by the way.
Yeah, that's going to help him a bit. It's a really good item for Bristle. And he is now going for his Aghanim's. But the Doom Ag is so close. And then that's 22 seconds. I mean, 22 seconds takes you out the fight basically forever, right? You're not coming back after that. You might as well just go back to base.
Bottom tower has fallen.
The fact that Doom breaks for that long as well, really, really good. But Ross says, no, I'm still pretty strong. I'm going to take your tier 2 tower. What are you going to do about it? We've got Spectre ready to haunt in at a moment's notice. Almost with the full Manta style. Does add a good amount of damage to Spectre. Spectre picked up level 14. 3 points to Desolate. They're going in. They just didn't beat Ross. Not quite, actually. Ross is going to be okay. Air Blast hits. They've kept them all in place with Dreamcore. Doid's in a lot of trouble. Doid's going to be the first casualty of war. Rollin needs to get stunned, but he's been kept alive by the Glimmer Cape. However, they have managed to kill Ross. They're trying to go onto Ed. He's taking a lot of damage. Doesn't quite die. Glad one more right click will get the kill. JC's tanky, but I think he'll be okay. Wobber's now the next person out of position. Tries to keep himself alive, but I think it's not going to be enough. And of course, what happened is the tier 2 tower fell at some time. And I think JCA being dived inside the base. Rollinator turns back up, gets a kill on Glad. Maybe it's just too overzealous a dive. He gets the stun just in time. Royce has absolutely no mana. Rollinator's going to get hit by a Meteor Hammer. In fact, dies to Royce just before. So that fight was pretty all over the place. Let's see if we can quickly get an action replay. No, it's a little bit too late. You've already seen Ross die. And then it's the Radiant, just so much momentum going through, picking off those kills. They go a little bit too far diving in the base. Glad comes in. He does manage to find a kill. Oh, sorry. Rollinator goes in and gets the kill on Glad. Then he does eventually fall.
Well, they've already tickled the tier 3. They didn't take it, so...
Yeah, but they've taken a tier 2. It's the first tier 2 down. They've stolen the outpost. Now, every minute the outpost gives a little bit of experience. So by denying the outpost, it means that they don't have... You know, they don't get extra XP for having the outpost, but it stops the enemy team getting it. So it still creates more of an XP lead. So it just furthers their lead. You can see on the net worth graph, it's pretty close. 3k gold for the Radiant is not much. But they are winning in objectives. And I feel like they're a stronger team. And with Spectre top of net worth, it's only about to get harder for them. Spectre's already got another ultimate orb closer to Skadi. And I think Skadi Manta Spectre is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think Spectre didn't die in that fight and therefore picked up all the XP from the end of it.
What a brave tower.
Starting to pick up some talents. 12 Desolate damage. That talent has now become quite popular. It used to always be the Spectral Dagger talent, but now times have changed.
I didn't even notice that Spectres went the dagger cooldown, to be honest.
They always used to, because half the cooldown Spectral Dagger means you can just spam that ability. You know, helps you stay on top of people, but the Desolate damage definitely makes your illusions more scary. Looks like they've maybe caught Ed out of position. They dropped the Dream Core. Dream Core does not connect with Ed, just with Wobber. He's the only two supports though. Yules Wobber up. No, Wobber Yules himself. Actually might get away. Not so fortunate for Ed. He is going to fall to Ross. But Wobber manages to escape, so they only get one kill here. Heaven's Halberd up on Ross. He has turned his Sand into Heaven's Halberd, not Sand and Yasha. Still getting some status resistance from it. But it also means now he can disarm the Dragon Knight, disarm the Ursa. I think that's a nice item. Doom is very low level. Only level 12. There's a level 17 Spectre running around. He's got no shortage of gold. Actually, most gold on his team, thanks to being Doom. But he really is struggling with levels.
Death and good are linked.
We'd like to see his Ag Shard at some point. Makes his Infernal Blade such a strong ability. Roche is already going down. Now that Bristol's here, it's going to lose even more armor. It just gets easier and easier to kill now. I think I'd probably put the Aegis on the Bristle, to be honest. Because then even if they do manage to Doom and kill the Bristle, you can just go in again. They're going to put it on the Spectre.
I'm thinking maybe they think that they might not be able to kill the Bristle. So why should he have the Aegis?
Well, they do actually kill the Bristle, but only because they put absolutely everything on him.
Yeah.
But if they put everything on him and he comes back to life, then, you know, you're losing.
Oh yeah, that is true.
They've got a Meteor Hammer from Tim, so that's going to help them push the tower. I think Meteor Hammer does about... how much damage to do to towers? Quite a lot. I think the tower damage got increased in the last patch. And it procs about 5-6 times, I think. So it's around 300 damage to towers. Limicate from left with a stun on Ross, but Ross really doesn't care. Glyph has been used. Jace's decided, well, he's just going to try and take a return tower in the bot lane. And I think he'll actually get it. Probably should have talked that armlet, do a little bit more damage. Roids turns out he's not that scared of the Roids. Never mind, he is. He blinks straight away. That's trying to find him. Dragon Tail gets phase shifted because it's got a short projectile. That actually drops the Dream Core. If I was JC, I'd just run out of it, to be honest. Just tank the stun. But no, he's just going to stand there. Dodges another Dragon Tail. 2 Dragon Tail goes in a row for Glad. But he can't dodge the damage from Wobble because he was not expecting his Nyx to be there. Tim goes in, gets the Meteor Hammer off his Overgrowth. Fantastic play there. And that's a lot of damage going to JCA. JCA ends up dying to Roids. But I think there also was some damage coming out from the AA Shatter. Wobber gets the stun. I think he'll be okay. What's happening over here? We're trying to chase Ross yet again. We've got double damage Rollinator. He's got Blink Dagger as well. Force Staff used from Kinder. But then you have Blinking. We're actually going to drop the full Doom onto Ross. And of course, that also comes with the break. So no Bristle. I think he's just going to die. I mean, his brother might deny him. He's like, please deny me. Please deny me. There we go. There is a deny there.
Brotherly love.
Brotherly love, indeed, yeah. So a deny is good. I think Tim's in a bit of trouble here. I can't see him getting away. Never mind, just walk into the trees. Tim gets out. Going Yules against Ursa, a very strong item. And you can see how annoying it is for Ursa to just be consistently Yules every time he wants to do anything. I think Ursa should consider his shard. Because it's just so good. Getting a small ultimate every time you want it. Do they know Nyx has got Invis? I think they might have heard it. There was a ping there, but they don't have any detection. They can't see it. He's seen Royce, but Royce has the Aegis. Aegis is still got about 2 minutes left. So they're probably best just waiting that out. It is a level 20 Spectre. That means Spectre gets the 400 health talent. They go for the Yules. Yules into stun. We're having a big team fight here. We're going to start by bursting Tim. Wobber keep himself alive just for a little bit. Deutsch, he's low. Is he going to go down? Air Blast connects with most of the team. Glad keep himself alive with the Yules, but they cannot kill the Spectre. Spectre just spamming the ultimate. A lot of chaos going in there, and the Air Blast will help take down Dragon Knight. Rollinator immediately blinks out. TP's back to base. That fight was over in pretty much 5 seconds. We're going to go for an action replay on that, see if we can see in a little bit more detail exactly what happened, because it happened so quickly.
Do you remember the $1 million dream call?
So you can see that Wobber was in invis. He was waiting for the pickoff. He goes for the Yules first. Not sure why he doesn't just go straight into the stun. But Radiant, they are so close. You know, they're all grouped up. They're waiting for the fight. Air Blast goes in. It hits the key targets. And JCA, he ends up going down as well, just perfectly stunned. In fact, Kinder did so much work that team fight. And I say that, and immediately turn out of the action replay, gets instantly killed by Rollinator. Royds just pops Blade Mail and says, yeah, and what? I've got Aegis. Ross and Royds, they're just too strong. We do have Doom though, that's a long break onto Ross. Ross has got to be careful now, he gets no benefit from his passive, but he actually just stays to right click. Royds doesn't care though, he's got the Aegis. I think Ross is in a lot of trouble. Rollinator blinks in, that gets a kill. Ross goes down to Deutsch's Doom. And now we have the long stun on Royds. Follow up stun from Wobber. He's really patient with it. In fact, he realizes he doesn't need it. He's waiting for the Aegis, that's why. Infernal Blade again. Onto Royds. Gets the right target. Both players get the right target. Now it's even more obvious. Out comes the stun. Here's Rollinator. Rollinator to finish off Royds. Is there a bit of evasion on Royds? Yes, there is. He's actually got the Elven Tunic. He just runs away. Tim keeping him alive using the Yules on the enemy team. Buying some time for Royds to escape. He's very lucky to have escaped that fight. And that Elven Tunic came in clutch, saving him from about 2 or 3 right clicks there. Radiant's lead is still very small. 3,000 gold, maybe about 4,000 gold. They've taken a range rack, so that's the only thing they have going for them. Well, that and a few towers. Oh, looks like Glad goes down, tries to do a little bit split pushing, went boots of travel on Puck. And then Ursa lands on Puck's face and just takes him down. He's going for a BKB on the Ursa, that's going to stop him being Yulesed every time he's trying to go for some damage. Which is going to help him out a lot. The power of Doom, it actually does so much work. He needs to get level 18 because it adds another 15 damage a second onto that spell. And when he gets level 20, he gets the 30 Doom DPS talent. I think he should take that because it is killing Ross every single team fight. Wobber's ready with the stun. Rollinator's here. Nice disarm. And Royds is going to ult in. Out comes Air Blast. Air Blast does not connect though. It's slightly off center, but Tidney manages to get the double stun overthrow. Fantastic play. They're all grouped up. This is not looking for the dire team. Rollinator, he's going to go down. JC try and TP out. Actually does TP out. They right click him. Are there going to be 3 TPs out? No, they do manage to get the Dream Coil onto Ed and bring him down. But there are a couple of heroes who managed to TP out for that fight. Did not go well for them.
That was very close in JCA. Holy moly.
It was close. The Dire actually engaged again with Wobber. Wobber going in with the Nyx, but they just couldn't do enough. Couldn't get those kills quick enough. And then Royce just ults in. He's so strong at the moment. He nearly has a butterfly. Combine a butterfly with an Elven Tunic, he'll be on about 40% evasion. Do they have any way of breaking evasion? Doom doesn't disable evasion, doesn't mute items. So that's not a way to bring him down. Ursa doesn't have MKBs, he's going to miss like 40% of his attacks. You know, Leshrak's only a support, he doesn't do enough damage. Ross might be trying to bait Doom. They're just going to go straight down. Stun by A, there we go, Cold Feet procs. That's going to be an easy kill. Now Royds is in. Nice Split Earth, in fact the Split Earth might have been stunned, dodged by the Manta. And another Cold Feet stun. Meteor Hammer from Tim. These supports are doing such fantastic work. That A blast, it's going to connect. Ends up getting the kill there. There is a buyback. This is absolute domination from the Radiant now. They've really turned it up. Glad dodging the stun with the Waning Rift. Rollinator blinks straight in, collapses the Puck. Maybe Puck could consider buying an A on this. They do drop a glyph. But I don't think the Dire really should be fighting this.
I don't think
pretty
they have
bad.
any
They're diving the tier 4 towers. They didn't have to go this close in. Royce doesn't care. He's like, I've got Butterfly. What are you going to do to me, Rollinator? Absolutely nothing. They Yules him, waiting for his ult to come down. And now rolling into, he's stuck in the Nature's Grass. In fact, he does manage to take down Tim. But Ross and Royds go for a bit of dive. And I think that might be GG already. 33 minutes in. And the game was close pretty much the entire time. Never went over 10k gold net worth lead. But a couple of bad fights at the end for the Dire. And Radiant will claim it. They just had these two very tanky heroes, Bristle and Spectre. And the Dire didn't have enough damage to take them down. Spectre died once the entire game. Because they put so much effort into killing Ross. That they realised they had nothing left to kill Royds.
Left the Spectre to free farm.
Pretty
When they
much.
put five guys on a Bristle.
And that was fine in the early game. The Spectre wasn't strong. And, you know, Rollinator was really picking it up on the Ursa. It looked like the game was suddenly going well for the Dire. But unfortunately not well enough. And I like the Doom. I like the Doom Axe as well. I thought it worked out quite well. And it was taking Bristle out of those fights. But the play from the supports on Radiant as well, we've got to commend that. Him getting constantly good overgrowth Meteor Hammer combos. Kinder was stunning maybe 3 or 4 people per team fight with the cold feet, just endlessly spamming it. It's got a 10-second cooldown. Actually goes down to 7 seconds. So, you know, you can be stunning a hero every 7 seconds. And the stun is, how long duration? 3.5 second stun. That's a 50% uptime on the stun, which is pretty insane. So, for me, it's quite hard to pick an MVP there. What do you think?
Goodness. MVP? I honestly, I don't know. Because... Actually, I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to pick someone.
Yeah, I feel like, to me, for some reason, there wasn't really like a standout player. I feel as if everybody was just sort of even. So yeah, it's a bit of a hard one, that one.
I think you're right. It was just a great team effort. No one player was extra good. I think I'll just have to give it to Royds then. Because Royds' Spectre play was consistent throughout the entire game. He only had 1 death in the early game, and after that he was basically unkillable. And, you know, his item build was not the most common one at the moment, not the most pro scene meta, but he still did really well with it, and I like the way that he's skilled. So yeah, we'll give it to Royds.